everyone, welcome back to the Shrink Shake Pod. I am Utkarsha, I'm the founder of the Coping Central.
And I'm Tina, I'm a counseling psychologist at the Coping Central, and we're so happy to have you here. If you like what we do, if you've been here with us all this while, drop a like, subscribe, share. We're on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Spotify, essentially wherever you will look for, you will find us. But before we get into this, a very important disclaimer. Look at you while I'm saying this, that this podcast is in no way, shape, or form a replacement for therapy. But if you do need therapy, we're gonna be here, and you can find us on the Coping Central at Instagram.
Or just email us at the email ID given below.
Yes, all the contact details are essentially in the description. I was gonna say subscription.
Description in the box, wherever the video box.
You'll find it.
Yes.
Look for it, and you shall find us.
So yeah, we're a couple of therapists at the Coping Central, and we would love if you reach out to us. This is the Shrink Shake Pod. So let's get into today's episode.
Yes.
What are we talking about, Tina?
I really want to talk about how Instagram has impacted modern dating.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one.
It is a big one. Thoughts?
I'm tired thinking about it. There are so many thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah, no wonder we're making an episode out of it.
it's true. But then, where do you want to begin?
I don't know. I feel like Instagram's impacted the way we look at ourselves, everybody else, people around us, relationships. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like Instagram's just distorted
Yeah.
what the baseline is, what the bare minimum is.
Dude, what is the bare minimum? I feel like that's a great point to begin with.
I don't know. Like, I feel like that at this point of time, there are people who are celebrating nothing as bare minimum, and then people who are
Dismissing
everything for bare minimum. Like, so I'm just like, where do we go? Like, is opening the door for my partner like a bare minimum? Is paying the bill at the date the bare minimum? Is getting the groceries the bare minimum? Is going to the moon bare minimum? I don't know.
Quick nap I'm gonna take so that the answer comes to me. But for anyone who's watching, why don't you go down to the comment section and tell us what you think the bare minimum
Yeah.
is? Because we'd really like to hear. I know this can feel like engagement farming, but
Is it called farming?
yeah, that's what you call it.
Oh wow. I didn't
Content
know.
farming, engagement farming.
Oh,
And
wow.
I could be wrong. Please don't correct me.
Great with feedback.
But essentially, let us know what you think bare minimum is. Where do you get those definitions from?
And I feel like it's also so true, no? Like the bare minimum can depend on where I'm coming from, and people come from such various backgrounds, emotional traumas, just different relationships. That their bare minimum can look very, very different. For somebody who's been safe and been loved all their life, for them the bare minimum could be here. But for someone who's been, say, like in terrible relationships, and they're finally getting, you know, the healthy kind of love, for them bare minimum could be here.
Yeah.
So if somebody who's here shames them for accepting too little for bare minimum, they're just disregarding the history that the person is coming from.
That's what, and it's so important, no? Because love really cannot exist outside of a context.
Yeah.
Because then we're saying one universal definition exists.
Yeah. And then that's just unfair to the whole idea of that we're very different people and we like very different things. Like, I feel like the bare minimum that should be universal is don't hit your partner.
Yeah, like don't beat people up.
Yeah,
People
just
you
don't be
love.
terrible, don't be disrespectful. But no, like jokes aside, like I feel like the bare minimum that's definitely there is that don't disrespect your partner in any way. Like, you know, don't be horrible to them, don't be demeaning, don't kind of put them down in a certain way. And just know, like, you know, like, and you don't disrespect people you really love. Like, I feel like if you're disrespecting your partner, you don't like them.
And yes, but also like love should also not be the condition for respect.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should just be respectful.
Yeah, like even if you
As a
don't want to
person.
be with that person,
Yeah.
just be respectful, no? Like at this.
What if I don't want to be with you?
But yeah, like, you know, like respect, some sort of trust that you have under
Yeah.
that person. being nice to them. I feel like not nice in a fake way, but like
Yeah.
genuinely kind to somebody. And kindness doesn't mean that you don't give them feedback or you don't kind of, like be angry with them. Be angry with them, but just like in a kinder way. Like I feel like
It's again, like I remember you saying this, that like actions that come from a place of care
yeah,
and how important
yeah,
that is.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like bare minimum are things that come with the care, respect that we have for the other person, and then certain things that you do, say like, and then you kind of also just like add to that, and then you do
build
big
on it.
celebrations, and then do big sort of planning for your partner, and then that's a nice thing that you do. I feel like,
Yeah.
like it's an add-on to the bare minimum. So the bare,
I feel like, yeah, sure. That does that kind of suffice?
I don't think so. There's no definition for bare minimum.
I think that's the point of this conversation for us, that it's been so deeply messed with
Yeah.
that it feels like, okay, what? Like if
Yeah.
someone's paid the bill, sure, you're doing reparations.
Like I have no clue, like at this point of
I have
time,
no
that what are the rules of dating, what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do, where do you mess up, where
Meditate.
I mean, there's so much rage that will come out
I'm
in
grounding.
this space. It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, the yap is
Yeah.
the yap is that bare minimum can look very, very different for everybody who's coming from different contexts. I think the only thing that we really need to keep in mind, that basic respect, trust, lots of love, care, kindness for the other person is bare minimum. Like at least that's bare minimum. And then you go and have a chat with your partner, man.
And
as to-
understanding.
Yeah.
Like, again, with the entire conversation around context. Like, how would you understand context if you're not willing to have that conversation?
Yeah, yeah.
So-
And moving ahead from bare minimum, I feel like because it's been so messed with, I also feel like there are such unrealistic standards that have just been set. And when you go out on a date and you're like, oh, if it's not that,
What
it's,
is it?
it's I don't know. Like if it's not an Instagram reel, is my relationship is a relationship?
It's like that thing, no? Like mass, sort of like a mass understanding of what
Was
black
it
and white.
what did we study in books? Groupthink.
Group
At this point of time, we're doing a group thing
Yeah.
of what the right relationship is.
Yeah, it's either this or nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's actually an Instagram caption.
is,
you know?
like, it's this or nothing.
I'm like, bro,
it's sorry, my
it's
partner.
almost like, would almost this work? Like, no.
Like, I'm so sorry, my partner couldn't get me a car, but he really loves me.
No.
No?
If
Shit.
they're not getting you a Ferrari, is this even real love?
I mean, I agree. But I'm kidding, please. I'm a deeply unserious person. I feel like we should, okay, let's take a moment and to give like a random fact about ourselves. No?
Like, I feel like we need to give a moment to give the biggest disclaimer that please don't take any conversation in this podcast outside of the context of
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Feel like we talk with a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
And we understand that responsibility as mental health practitioners. So I feel like it's a responsibility that we know.
Yeah,
But
but
we're funny people. So
Yeah, and we're also walking the line between being like a mental health practitioner and also a human.
yeah.
And
And I feel like that the whole sort of purpose of this was to unpack, demystify mental
Yeah.
health, no? So we need to also come out of our rooms and do this to be
rooms.
therapy rooms. Therapy rooms for people to kind of access therapy in a more friendly way. Friendly as in a more open way.
Open way. Like one that doesn't feel
Just
it's a
ridden
strange
by
context.
yeah.
Context, I guess. Concept.
Context.
Context. Please stop. We're also like 3-year-olds when it comes to this. Like,
Like,
we make one. What?
Bring articulation back. It's
We need
time.
to bring back vocabulary. at
Bring
this
back
point.
words.
Yes. Yeah.
Bring back articulation.
make a lot of fun for each other if we make a typo.
But it's a fun thing.
It's a fun
I feel
thing.
like it's a fun thing.
I feel like it's a fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Coming back.
I feel like, yeah, like with the bare minimum being so messed up, I feel like there are such unrealistic standards,
Yeah.
man. Like, I feel like Instagram reels, again, either celebrate nothing.
Or celebrate everything. This reminds me. Okay, I need everyone to strap in for this reel description. I saw this reel of this woman who was heavily pregnant. No, like the baby was just ready to pop out, and she's cooking. She's making in the kitchen. She's a poor girl is sweating, whatnot, and just going through the worst day of her life. And the husband is watching TV cricket inside. And then he's like, "Where's my wife?" So then he gets up and he goes to the kitchen and he's speaking. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, she's sweating. I'm the worst husband in the world." And he goes inside. Dude goes inside and he turns the AC on like this.
Wow.
She's gonna get the cold air once she comes in.
Wow.
That's not where it's like where the worst part is. The woman comes in and she's just like, "आप मेरा कितना ध्यान रखते हो?"
See, this is not bare minimum. This is below. This is underground. When it comes to bare minimum, is this? This is
the deepest pits of hell.
This is 6 feet. I don't know what is it called. 6 feet
6
under.
feet under.
This is that.
I feel like it's worse.
Like how? Let me introduce to you technology. You do this, there's food outside.
Even then, like what? How is that the solution? Is my question. How is that a viable solution for your incredibly pregnant wife and your child inside? क्यों यार AC चला देता हूँ. Shit.
See, now that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, there's nothing that's celebrated as bare minimum. And then the other day I saw a reel, and then one person was saying that, oh, you know, like if you think planning a date, asking me out, taking me to the place, and paying the bill is bare minimum. No, you need to kind of do it every month or every week or all of it. Like, bro. Just give it time. Yes, like planning dates is really important, but I'm so confused.
I'm appalled. Like, this is my appalled face.
I'm so yeah. Like I feel like,
but then like if we're talking about these things, if we take the thing that you saw, it also comes in with the expectation that the relationship would be the only thing in a person's life.
Yeah.
But like if you're here, then that like the sun is the relationship.
Yeah.
Then it's just like maybe
it's
a star.
It's one of the planets in the solar system. The sun is a star.
Solar?
The sun is a star. I hope you know that. Bringing back education.
That's worse than
Shrink shake education time. What is it called? Lesson. We call it lesson. Shrink shake lesson.
The sun is
a star. Tina did not know this.
I did know this. I just said like it's the sun. Or maybe a star. When I meant that, I was like a smaller star. Relax, Marty.
But no, I think you're right in the sense that a relationship is not the only thing in a person's life. And if you're only doing things with your partner constantly, every day, we need to introduce friendships.
Yes.
And other stuff in your life, I guess. But yeah, like if that's the only thing your life revolves around, it can also become extremely complicated. Because if you're mad at the one person you're doing everything with, who do you do things with? Yeah, and who do you go to talk about that anger?
So, but coming back to what we were speaking about, expectations and where we learn how to be in relationships. I know we went off on a tangent. That's us. We end up doing that. But where did you get your ideas of what a relationship is supposed to look like? How you're supposed to have a crush or like talk to someone?
I think I grew up in the era of Shah Rukh Khan. So for me, Shah Rukh Khan was the idea of love. Like if you're considering only media, of course, like people around, and that's one thing. But if you're considering media, Bollywood, Hindi film industry, songs, they were the biggest sort of sources of understanding. Oh, this is what love is supposed to look like. Love is
Yeah.
supposed to look like Shah Rukh. That's
Yearning.
as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that to a certain extent. And of course, there are movies that are problematic and all of it. But
But just the idea of, how he cared for the person he was in love with, or, how open he was with his emotions, how affectionate he was in movies, or just like the idea that, hey, like, oh, if a person is, like with me, they'll cry if I am in pain or something like that. So I think the bare minimum idea was that. That's also a lot.
Yeah.
But I think that what that stands for is that there will be emotional intimacy, and that's the bare minimum. That the idea that you grow up with. But I think right now at this point, I don't know if Shah Rukh's enough for Instagram reels. I don't think he's enough.
It's true.
I
Oh
don't
my
think so. Like, if
God.
I watch a 2004, 2005 Shah Rukh movie and what he does for people, like, he's there, he'll take you out
He's
for
a
a
red
movie.
flag, dude. Like,
No,
in
chillax.
Instagram lingo.
Chill
I am not chillax. Like, I'm not saying that your knight in shining armor is a red flag. I'm just saying he would be deemed a red flag.
Some movies, yes.
I'm just saying if Shah Rukh was not Shah Rukh, he was a person. Like,
Shah Rukh isn't the object of our affection.
Shah Rukh is
Let's have an episode on Shah Rukh later.
absolutely not. I don't know enough.
But anyway, I think the most important thing in that was that even though we grew up with the idea of Shah Rukh, we knew that it existed at a distance. Right? Like movies, 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
the movies that existed, they existed at a distance. So those 3.5 hours were really nice to be
Yeah.
an audience to. But you came back to life and you're like, oh, I hope somebody does it for me. And it'll be so nice if someone does it for me. But I wouldn't necessarily deem that as the only standard of relationship that exists.
But yeah, that completely flips with reels, no? Because
Yeah.
then like it's your next door neighbor making reels.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
like, okay, my partner did this and XYZ, and yeah, man.
Like, reels make people so accessible to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like that, oh, you know these people. You see them
Yeah.
outside. And then they're creating this content. Or, like, just very open with every form of affection that's very real worthy, that's out
Yeah.
there. So then we just feel like, oh, if it's an everyday person, that means that it's an everyday thing.
I feel like, again, like, how you said like Instagram worthy or reel worthy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go into a deep set explanation of capitalism now. But something that stuck for me with all of these movies that you were talking about is that there was a lot of yearning.
Yeah.
No, like really like painful. I'm gonna wait for you and just do things around that just to get like a look. Bringing back articulation. But yeah, exactly, to get like a hair flip or like whatever, to touch your dupatta, whatever. So it took time. Love took
Yeah.
time. Love took effort. Love
Yeah.
took that. And now with dating apps, it's just like quick commerce.
It
Do I
is.
like you?
It's
No. Do I like
that.
you? Yes. Super swipe.
Like, I'm sure it's so convenient, and like, it kind of suits with the idea of the world that we have. But it also shrinks our idea of human emotion so much.
It's
Like, our brain is not designed to process information at this speed.
our brain is not designed to look at so many suitors. So as to say. And then people will swipe on dating apps and then they'll say, I fell in love with the person that you are. No, you did not.
You fell in love
You
with,
saw an image.
and it's something that's, and like, I feel like now though with ChatGPT, everybody's like, oh, what should be the answer to this prompt? What's most sellable? You put it out there and it's there.
I feel like I need to give a disclaimer to everyone who's on dating apps. If you ask ChatGPT, it will always answer your questions in quotes.
Yeah.
Remove the quotes. People can tell it's been copied. I am not kidding. One time on a dating app, I saw like the whole prompt. Sure, here's an answer on how to respond to, and I was just like, where are
See, bring effort back.
bring critical thinking back?
Bring effort.
Bring yearning back.
Yeah, I feel like yearning is missing.
Yearning is missing
Yeah.
because then let's say I match with someone on a dating app and then I'm talking to them and then one wrong thing happens, like slight miscommunication happens. I'm just like, red flag. I will not talk to you. Blocked, removed, whatever. a new person is literally waiting for me at my fingertips.
Yeah,
That is not okay.
It's so dystopian.
unsettling.
It's so dystopian. It's wow. But yeah, I feel like we need to kind of make this disclaimer that we
Yeah.
don't hate technology. Of course not. We're here sitting.
We're using technology to do
But I mean, and like the speed or the convenience or how accessible things are, it's great. But when it comes to human connection, I don't think that can be replaced by speed and reels and all of it. Like you
Yeah.
really need to know a person before you can, I don't know, like form that sort of connection with them.
And something that's been stuck with me. I don't know who that person was. Someone like a dating coach had put out a video, and in that she had said that your partner is someone you're more likely to have common context with.
Yeah.
And it might seem like a small statement, but it sounds so important that you know that person has seen you as you are. Dating apps can just help you curate.
Yeah, a common context with everybody. Like that's
Dude, you find me a person, I'll bring you common context. with
yeah,
that.
and it's so like it's also very easy, you know. Like you can just Google, okay, what movies do cool people watch, and then it'll give
No,
you
but
like
then if someone loves XYZ film, what other films would they like?
Yeah.
And then you have everything.
yeah, and it's like I feel like that we're as therapists we run away from diagnosis, from
Yeah.
bucketing people. But with this, it kind of goes back into those buckets. Like as much as we're trying to undo that and be
Yeah.
like, no, everyone's unique, everyone's their own person. It's like no. One is indie lover, one is noir sort of like art
Pilates
lover,
pink
one
pop
is,
lover.
yeah, one is Pilates pink pop lover, one is I don't know rock EDM. That's it. These are the four
Yeah.
categories, and that's scary.
It really is scary because then I'm just wondering, where do you find, so as to say, like real connection?
Yeah.
Kahan pe where, like, what is this place? Is there an address we can all reach to? Because
Hello. Location.
that just is the bullshit.
लोकेशन व्हाट्सएप पे भेज दो मैं इंटरसेक्शन में कर
भैया right feelings के चौराहे
but no it's quite dystopian because again we don't like as long as I know what you're liking I can put up that exact personality self in front of you and then it's like oh
but it's true. And okay, I think it might be a great time to share a personal anecdote. This is from a few years ago, and I had matched with a person on a dating app, and whenever I would say that I like a band or a music artist, they would just be like, "Oh yeah, me too." Then I got annoyed a little bit. I was like, "How are you listening to everything that I'm listening to?" So I made up a band. I was like, I don't remember the name now, but I was like, okay, I really like the boobies, whatever. And this person replies, "Oh my god, me too." Why must you do that? Tell me you don't like it. I feel like telling me you don't like something that I like is something I can respect far more.
also it gives me the opportunity to bring that experience to you.
Yes.
That you've never heard this music. Wait, I really have the perfect song. I'll send it to you. I feel like this fits with
Yeah.
you. That's such a giant, elaborate process, man, and that's kind of so nice.
And that's what, like, you know, everything's been taken away. It's almost
Yeah.
like if you see someone, you see an image, you see how that image might fit with you. And then if that image fits, it fits. And if it doesn't, next person.
And because of this, right, like because there is such curation of content and there's such curation of, you know, like how dating and spaces and relationships should be, I feel
Yeah.
like this kind of puts us worse or far more into the deep of like the deep end of comparison.
Oh my god.
That's like, wait, I need to do the yap first.
Yes, the
The
yap.
yap is that you can be original. I don't know.
I feel like the yap essentially being that I'm not saying be yourself. I feel like I'm just reminded of Jake saying, what kind of bullshit advice is that? But I think to create small windows of openness about who you are, no, and what you would like to do, because I was watching something the other day, and like, the whole theory about how humans were never meant to look at their faces. And then mirrors and all of these came around, because you were never supposed to be an image, but you were supposed to be an experience.
Yeah, oh, that's so nice.
It's such a lovely line.
I feel like this is a moment for learning.
Yeah.
Shrink shake learning.
Yes. You were always meant to be an experience, not an image. So hold on to that.
Yeah, and I feel like somebody getting to experience you in all your sort of nooks and crannies in a
Yeah.
very, even emotionally, physically, in both ways.
Essentially.
Like, I feel like that's something that's such a rich, unique experience, right? Like, because if you love one band and I love one band, and we can then just like mix it up, and then it's a unique third thing that's created that I might not have with other people who either like the exact same thing I do or don't like it at all.
Yeah, I feel like we'll not boil it down to like one vague sentence of be yourself, but see if you can find windows to show up authentically.
Yeah.
No? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some things in everyone that someone will like
Yeah.
and appreciate. And I feel like we're doing ourselves a huge injustice thinking that, oh, that won't happen.
Yeah, and I feel like, and of course, like it requires a lot of work and a lot of love and a lot of therapy to get to a place where you're able to kind of, like where you know that, okay, this is a disservice to me, but it's also something that comes with practice.
Yeah.
So if we start kind of practicing now, like if, and of course, like you can't be a model of yourself which is liked by everybody.
Yeah.
So I think it also kind of comes down to the commentary of, we'll have to handle a lot of rejection.
That's what. And yeah, essentially, I feel like the yap is that.
The yap is...
I'll go into another video.
So, the yap is show up authentically. Rejection's okay. It's a part of the process. People who love you will love you for
As you
different parts of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you are, and for different parts of
Yeah.
you. Makes sense.
Different, yeah. So,
Bringing back
stop
our curating.
curating. Like, stop curating your relationships, man.
It's quite scary.
And that's scary for others also because there's so much social comparison.
Shrink, shake, sigh. Comparisons. But
Coming back
to articulation, thoughts, and processing.
Man.
Comparison.
I'm going back to all the conversations we've had in our therapy room
Same.
around comparison.
Same.
And
And
it's-
I know, like, we're sort of laughing our way through it, but my heart feels like it's shrinking inside just because of the impact we've seen around it.
And it comes with so much pain, and it comes with so much just shrinking and making yourself small. It's the worst thing to happen to us, I feel like.
It's like hiding behind, what are those things called? Like life-size cutouts of people.
It's true.
And then you're hiding behind them.
And then you're like, oh, I'm so small. Like, it's like there's a giant billboard of somebody and you stand in front of it. I'm like, this person is so big. I am so small. I'm
paper.
Like, that's the thing. That's what Instagram is, right? Like, it's the side of somebody's life they want to show to you. And if we compare ourselves with it, like I always say this to, like every time I have a conversation with my clients, I'm like, we only know the behind the scenes for our own movie. So we know how many times we've messed up, how many cuts we've done, how many reshoots we've done. So we're also the most critical about our own lives.
Yeah.
For the other person, we're only seeing the final cut. And for our, we're not even seeing the final cut.
Yeah.
We're always in the process, somebody else is seeing the cut. So it's just an unfair comparison, because if I am only a part of the BTS and somebody else's movie keeps running around, I'm just like, oh, theirs looks better.
Yeah.
But
It's
I don't
so
know.
refined.
Yeah, I don't know their process. I don't know what their BTS is. I don't know where they're coming from. So just that comparison, especially like with relationships, and again, coming back to the point that because with Instagram, everything seems like it's happening next door.
Yeah.
Relationships, like I can be in a relationship and I can be so dissatisfied because it doesn't look like somebody else's relationship.
Dude, I've seen people get married for Instagram. No, like pehle, the focus used to be on living in the moment. You know, like, seize the day, my friend. Insert Katrina. Love the dialogue. But now it's just like curating the perfect Varmala moment and like walking down the aisle moment. Like, just walk down the aisle, dude. Like, it's almost like the yap, not the yap, but like shrink shake lesson, medium types. Is that? I just forgot. It was so nice.
It'll come back. to
No,
us.
but
It came
essentially,
back
the
to us.
reliance on technology is so much that we feel like we need our memories to be stored onto a device
Yeah.
instead of our brain.
This is so Black Mirror. This
Yes.
is what Black Mirror warned
Holy
us
shit.
about, and we are in it. It's
I need
just-
a moment. But, right, like, your brain is a machine. I feel like everyone's forgetting that at full speed. That,
Yeah.
hey, like, this old thing works. If you look, like, if you close your, do this, close your eyes. Think about your 8th birthday. What can you think of?
Oh, it was quite nice. It's fun.
Yeah. Do you have it on video anywhere?
No.
Exactly.
It was. Who knew? This could remember things.
This old guy works.
But no, it's true. Like, I've seen people. Oh my god, I've seen weddings where there have been the entry of the bride, or the groom kind of welcoming the bride, and it's just paused for like minutes and minutes because they're getting the perfect shot.
Dude,
Dude, where is the emotion in that? It, like, do people understand that emotions exist in fractions of moments? And then we're just like, wait 1 second, madam, look here. And then it goes from excitement to just boring.
then your arm is hurting. You're
You're
like,
like, oh, is it done?
"ये चले जाए." It's a bit much.
It's too much.
I've seen people like refuse to walk down the aisle because like the right song is not playing. Like, I get it, chalo.
It
Big
feels,
day, it
yeah.
feels, whatever. But then why are you having a full-blown fight on your shadi, man?
It's man, I feel like shadi culture is also obviously like
That's another podcast. It's a dream we do not share, but sure, it's happening. So can't really.
But
escape it.
anyway, like, I think that with social comparison, and comparing yourself with celebrity weddings, that's a different thing.
Dude, have you ever been to Chandni Chowk? We're both from Delhi.
Yeah.
For anyone who's
Yeah.
not watching from Delhi, so I went to shop for lehengas with a friend for her wedding. Chandni Chowk. They open like that. They're like, "Ma'am, Kiara का लहंगा देखना है, अनुष्का का लहंगा मुझे अपनी शादी का लहंगा चाहिए भाई." Who am I? What am I wearing? What do I like? Kiara वाला ले लो.
And I feel like that fashion being inspired by what the style is, that's one thing. But
driven by
yeah, like, I want a sunset, sort of like a perfect thing, because Alia Bhatt and
Joseph
Ranveer Kaur.
Radhik.
Like,
Take the photo.
yeah, like, do people understand that they have an army of like 100 photographers? Every one of their guests is like in the
Yeah.
know of okay what they have to do. It's all performed. In real weddings don't happen like this. For all of India, weddings don't happen like this. It's not a performance.
It's my god, my head hurts. I can't describe
I'm
how
telling you, it's just rage at this
it's
point of time.
scary.
And I feel like that's this another sort of thing that comes up, right? Like, if you're doing social comparison, then you're doing it with everybody around. Social media, you're doing your reels,
Yeah.
you're like, and the reels then also give you these rules. They're not just comparisons, they're rules.
Yeah.
That, oh, if you're not doing it, you suck.
3 things to do before you're 3 years old. Taxes. If your child is not doing taxes, send it back. Wherever it came from. But there's so much pressure.
Wait, the yap is.
The yap is.
The yap is. Social comparison is not great.
Shit. Woman realizes. Comparing herself is not great. Shocked.
Comparing your relationship to what you see on the reels, it's just sabotaging yourself, your brain, your relationship. Like sure, like get a rough idea of, you know, like what's out there,
Like an estimate.
what's the nice thing that's happening, what are people doing. But if you're copying everything that's happening on the reels, and you are dictating, like, I mean, the reels are dictating your relationship and not what your heart wants, that's a time for self-reflection.
100%. And it's unfair to you, it's unfair to your partner, it's unfair to the relationship.
Yeah.
To just be in this constant thing of that, you know, oh, you did this great, but that person did this.
Yeah.
Like, you got me a hair straightener I wanted for like months on end, but then that person got a Dyson.
Yeah.
So then the intention also gets lost in that translation from real life to reels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, watch less reels, maybe.
Or just don't, like, watch with critical thinking.
Watch with critical thinking. But yeah, do I have anything to add to this? I have so much to add to this, but no.
But I feel
Just-
like, yeah, like coming back to the rules part of it, I feel like Instagram reels at this point of time are almost dictative of what you should
Please
be
don't
doing.
get
in
me
this
started. Please, I'm gonna take a break. I'm quitting this podcast. This is my favorite and my least favorite thing to talk about at once. Like unsaid rules of modern dating.
Oh man. I mean, like every topic just requires
Anger issues. To call my therapist. Hello.
Man, but what are these rules? Like, you know, what are the things that you're supposed to do and not?
I'll tell you. मुझे सब पता है, मैं expert हूँ.
Please enlighten
Enlighten us.
the audience.
I think number one rule that comes to my mind, which is so frustrating, you're gonna see the anger on my face, guys. But don't text back too soon, but also don't be late enough. How?
The time stamp.
How to do that? अरे 1 घंटा रह गया, मैं कर रही हूँ. 1 घंटा 5 मिनट हुआ तो ब्लॉक हो जाऊंगी.
Oh shit! I missed it by 30 seconds.
Shit. You will never find love now.
Oh, what if I immediately, like, my phone's in my hand, I'm like, oh, cool, good meme.
Ew. Did you just reply to me like 7 seconds is crazy? And I'm not even kidding, like this comment is something that goes up on Instagram. Like if a creator has uploaded a reel and it's like 5 seconds ago, and since people are chronically online, they've seen it. So in comments will be like 7 seconds ago is crazy. Why are, like, the concept of time is so warped? Time for a shrink shake sigh.
But no, you're right. I feel like that all of these things, like, there are so much, like, and it just feels like, you know, the vessel keeps changing, but the content is the
Yeah.
same. Like a couple of years ago, like whenever, like earlier, it was like, oh, good girls, good men do this. They don't
Oh
do
my
this in
God.
dating, and now it's come to this. It's come
Yeah.
to, you know, if you're a good sort of potential,
Partner.
yeah, it's something that you have to do, not have to do. It's
Dude, but I don't understand what is happening.
I don't know.
If you're replying too quick, if you're just there, you're like, so like, you remember how we had that conversation that you're too easy. What?
Yeah, I don't know what it like. Do you want a relationship or
do you
not? I don't like. Just help me make a decision, man. I'll be present in
30
the.
seconds late in asking me this, sorry. No conversation closed.
And like I said, don't reply too soon. You're replying too late. Don't see the story first. Don't be the first like.
What are these parasocial parameters? That if you like a story, you're flirting. I like everyone's story. And I was sweet, like. If I'm flirting with so many people, it seems.
I viewed your story. That must mean everything.
It
Everything.
did.
It means. It
I got
means.
It's okay.
Like you said, no, that of being perceived is being effort.
Like, how is perception a form of flirting now? That, oh, I saw you in the street.
These are the standards that are ruined, by the way. This is not there with women.
Yes, it's not. Like, bringing back articulation, this reminds me, I've heard people use this in sentences that, oh, you know, he's liked my story, so I'm sure he likes me. How? He's not replied to your text for 5 days. He's like, I will never get this.
We're quite screwed, for the lack of a better
We're
word.
screwed. Another rule that comes to mind is that you have to play like you almost have to act like you hate a person to get them to like you.
That's like like in older movies or whatever, it's like, oh, if a boy is kind of tugging on your pigtails, he definitely likes you. That's horrible. And it's a boy. That's horrible.
5 years old.
But anyway, like I feel like that, oh, if you're seeing the story but you're kind of ignoring the chats or ignoring a conversation for what it's worth, you're playing hard to get, but you're
Means
still
what?
I don't know.
What are you achieving? Why? Like, this is my favorite trend on Instagram. That you really want to tell your kids that, oh, your father used to like my story and didn't text me back for 4 days, which is why I love him so much. Dude, I have tears in my eyes, but how?
It's
For what joy in this world are you okay with that?
And like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's where you need to go out in the real world, listen to your feelings, listen to your emotions to know what the bare minimum is.
And talk to your friends.
Yeah, liking a story is not the bare minimum.
It's nothing
It's
actually.
nothing.
It's just a random heart on a random
It's like
phone.
if you put up like a photo of a coffee. I'm like, oh, I like coffee. I don't like you. I like coffee. I'm like,
Or maybe I just like the aesthetic, what is it called? Like the visual of the image, not you.
like
You are not a picture of a coffee.
whatever that means. Shrink.
Shrink.
Learning, you're not a picture of a coffee.
Again, coming back to the learning we gave before, you're an experience, not an image.
Yeah.
You can't
yeah.
be liked on a 2D thing.
It's true.
You're a multi-dimensional
Like it's
person.
one of the things in which we express affection, sure, like telling your friends, oh, their photos are great, you like them, you
Yeah.
share them, whatever. But to only have that as your standard or your understanding of a relationship, that's bad news.
That's bad news.
That's bad news.
Newsflash.
That's
is
bad
bad
news.
news.
But I think, yeah, like the yap is.
The yap is.
I think this is the final yap that we'll be
Yeah.
doing, otherwise we'll explode in anger.
Yeah, this will be like a 3-hour feature film.
Yeah, it's true.
Why dating sucks.
Modern dating.
Modern dating.
Instagram
Old dating also wasn't
Every
great.
dating
Every
sucks,
dating
actually,
sucks.
Yeah.
Make friendships. Make friendships.
But yeah, I think the grand yap is
The grand yap.
The grand yap is that Instagram is not your idea, like not the standard for what
Yeah.
the right relationship for you is.
And
I
it
feel
doesn't
like
have great markers.
yeah, like your lived experiences, what you want in life, what you want your partner to have, what is the kind of love you accept and you give, those are the markers you look at.
100%.
And Instagram will not tell you that. Self-awareness will tell you that.
Self-awareness.
Instagram is the antidote of self-awareness at this point of time.
I hope you know we work on Instagram.
But yeah, we're trying to kind of work on making Instagram more self-aware, no? Because otherwise, based on algorithm, you like one thing. Instagram is an echo chamber.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you will listen to everything that you
Want
believe
to
in,
listen
agree with. Everything you don't agree with, you can block, move away from, just not have it in your life.
Yeah.
So I think Instagram's not a great sort of standard for your relationship.
It really isn't. And again, you're an experience, not an image.
Yeah. I think the grand gap is this, that
Yeah.
in dating, in relationships, in spaces of love, you're an experience. You're not an image. You're not one instance that
Yeah.
happened to you.
I love that. Like you really are not one instance that happened to you.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
you're an experience, and that experience deserves or should be experienced by somebody who kind of holds it. Call back to the
Callback.
previous.
If you haven't watched our previous video.
This is your cue to go back and understand what holding means. This is a story. But yeah, thank you for being here at the Shrink Shake Pod. Again, reminding you that we are the Coping Central. We are a mental health organization. Like, subscribe, share, comment, everything on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Email to us, write to us, tell us what you want us to yap about, and we will do that. So thank you for being a wonderful audience. We will be putting clips on Instagram, even though we've yapped against it a lot.
So yes,
yeah.
we will be engagement farming.
Yes, thank you for being here. Bye bye.
Bye.